Morning. Welcome. Just rolling some putts this morning. Say what's up when you get in here. Welcome to the live. Oh. How you doing? Ooh, made it. Pulled that one. What's up? When you get in here, say hi. We're just rolling some putts this morning on the putting green. Putting with an artisan putter. Made in Dallas, Fort Worth. Probably one of the better club manufacturers in the world. Got any questions about the golf shop? Ask. Questions about golf? Ask. Any questions about the greatest putter in the world? Ask. How you doing? If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Any certain putter you want to see this morning? Putting this morning with an artisan. You guys want to see a broomstick? Anything you want to see particularly? Let me know in the comments. Yeah, let me know in the comments. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Push that one. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let me know where you're watching from. Oh. Push that one too. Where y'all watching from this morning? Oh, stayed out. Good morning. Push that one. Oh. There it is. Push that one. Good morning. Michael, it was kind of surreal, bro. So a bunch of guys from the shop, we went and played the GHQ Cup. The course is in fantastic shape. It really is. It's in really good shape. There was a lot of people out there. It's just sad. We've lost, as you know, we've lost 3 golf courses in a little over a year, and Andrews is really seeing that pressure now. All the kind of surrounding communities are going to see the pressure from the courses closing. The round went good though. It was beautiful yesterday. We teed off at 10:30, light wind. I mean, it was beautiful. It was a perfect day to play golf. But it's just kind of surreal and sad. Sad that the place is closing down. It really is such a beautiful golf course. Hopefully, I don't have any real hope for it, but this lawsuit that's gonna try to pause the bulldozing, maybe it'll delay it a few months, but eventually the place is gonna be a high school. So we are golf course poor. Maybe soon we'll get, I know there's another private course planning on being built in between Odessa and Midland, but it's just kind of sad, kind of surreal. The course has been around a long, long time. A long, long time. Pushy. How'd y'all play? Did y'all play this weekend? If you're in here, tell me in the comments where you played golf this weekend, man. Let us know. Is there a certain putter you want to see? I'm currently putting with a Artisan putter. This company is based in Fort Worth. Fun fact, Artisan is the club company that builds Tiger Woods clubs. DR, the builder there at Artisan Golf, has over 70 majors with the clubs he's built. He's won over 70 majors. Not him personally, but the clubs he's built have won over 70 majors. Pretty cool deal. He is the real deal. This particular putter is a weld neck. It's got 20 degrees of toe hang, whereas a normal L neck would have about 30 degrees. And so they chopped the neck here and here, pushed the offset back, and re-welded it all together to make it less offset. It's got 20-gram weights in the bottom. And then, of course, it's got the BGT shaft in it, milled face. It feels phenomenal. If you haven't gone and checked out Artisan Golf, go check them out. I'm also rolling. Some of y'all will find this pretty cool. If you remember about, I don't know, 10 years ago, the Big Sirs from Scotty Cameron. This is a 48-inch broomstick putter. Scotty Cameron milled. I've played broomsticks a long time. I love broomstick putter. Well, to be fair, I love putters. I just love putters in general. So there's not really any way to go about that other than I love putters. Hey, welcome to the stream. Hey, let me know in the comments where you played this weekend. If you're just joining us, let me know in the comments. You guys played Quell on Saturday and Andrews yesterday. It was a beautiful weekend for golf, especially here in West Texas. The mornings are cool right now. It's still getting a little warm in the afternoons, but if you tee off in the morning, it's definitely a beautiful time to play golf. We're just rolling some putts. If there's a certain putter you want to see, let me know in the comments. We got Scotty Cameron. We got Odyssey. We got Adele, if you never heard of Adele. Upstate New York played this weekend, shot 83. Getting off the tee well and chipping and putting, but I'm hitting my wedges really thin. Any advice? Raider, the question I would have is, what's the bounce on your wedges? I'm curious about the bounce. Sometimes, and what can happen. In fact, hold on. Let me grab a wedge real quick. I'm going to grab a Vokey wedge. Hey, Michael, it's always time to add another putter. You know, I love putters. So, Raider, what could be happening is if your bounce is too high. Now, in New York, you got softer conditions than we do out here in West Texas. We're in a desert. For instance, this SM10 is a 58K. It is a 14 bounce, so it's got a lot of bevel on the bottom edge. What we see a lot in thinner chip shots, and again, this may not be your story, but what we see a lot is that the wedge may be bouncing into the golf ball. And if that is happening, a 10-degree bounce, okay, that's actually pretty mid. What could be happening is that the wedge is hitting before the ball and bouncing up into the ball. And sometimes that happens just because the bounce may be a bit too high, but you guys have softer conditions up there in New York, so I don't know that it would. Let me ask you this: what's your divot like? Let's say when you do catch the ball good, what do you, are you a digger? Are you a sweeper? What's your swing path like? Welcome to the stream. If you're just joining us and you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the GHQ crew. We're just on the putting green, rolling some putts, having fun this morning before the shop opens. It is a beautiful, cool, crisp West Texas day. But if there's a certain putter you want to see, let me know in the comments. I'd love to show you some putters. We got Adele, we got Scotty Cameron, Odyssey, we got the Scotty Scheffler putters. Hey man, thanks for the kind comment. I really appreciate it. Just to give you all a little info for all those joining us, we are a golf shop in West Texas. Tend to get a little steep and chunky, but this is unusual and puzzling. Yeah, so if you get steep, then definitely bounce could play into that. And there's so many different variables. Where's your ball placement? If the ball placement is too far back in your stance, that would cause you to get steeper. If it's too far forward in your stance, it can cause you to play that bounce into the ball. So I would really pay attention to ball placement. Of course, wedges, we know there's not one particular spot. Let me grab something else, show you. There's a company out here in West Texas called Inch Sticks. The new Spider Tour Putter. What's the big deal with the tech? Let me show you. I'm going to finish answering Raider's question and then I'll answer yours, Sports Bums. So they created this thing called Inch Sticks, and it's just a regular alignment stick that they put these inch measurements on. And so you would center it up in the center of your stance, and then ball placement would go according to wherever these measurements are. And we all know that wedges and shorter irons, we tend to play a little further back in our stance to flight them. Longer irons, we're going to play forward in our stance to help get the golf ball up in the air, right? So this is a really cool tool that, and you can take your alignment sticks now, Raider, and take a Sharpie and mark the inches, but find your center and really pay attention on the range where your ball placement is. And hey, thanks for subscribing. I really appreciate that, man. Really appreciate that. But really pay attention to where your ball placement is, because again, if the wedge is too far back, it can really cause this steep action to dig into it. If it's too far forward, your bounce can really play a part into causing you to thin the ball. But these inch sticks are really cool and they can really help with your ball placement. Sports Bum. So the Spider Tour Putter, this was a creation that was brought about because of Scotty Scheffler. If you're like Scotty Scheffler, Scotty loved a blade putter. These blade putters, this particular one's made by Artisan Golf. If you've never checked out Artisan, go online to artisangolf.com. They're in Fort Worth. But Scotty Scheffler loved a blade putter. The issue with the blade putter for Scotty was he had a hard time aligning the putter. But he was very stubborn. He didn't want to switch from it. He wanted to stay with it. He wanted to continue to putt with a blade putter. TaylorMade. He was using a, somebody help me in the comments. Luke. Oh, shoot. He was using a special made putter. The guy's in California. TaylorMade actually ended up buying the company that was making the putter for Scotty Scheffler. And they were trying to get him, hey, putt with a Spider putter. It's going to be the best thing you've ever done. He wouldn't do it. He would putt around with it on the putting green. He just did not like the way it looked until TaylorMade came out with this, what they call a crank hosel spider, or an L neck, whatever, a plumber's neck, whatever you want to call it. He came out with this plumber's neck spider putter. The reason this is so special is, let me grab another one so I can contrast with you, is, I don't even know if I have one. Hold on. We'll just use this center shafted for demonstration purposes. Most spider putters, if not all of them, are going to be face balanced. Well, what face balanced is made for is a straight back, straight through putting stroke. So the reason Scotty at first did not like these spider putters is because they were face balanced. They were made for straight back, straight through. His blade putter was made for a slight arc. So TaylorMade created this putter that has a little bit of toe hang, which allows him to be able to use his putting stroke to really mimic what his blade putter was doing. But what is the benefit for Scotty? It's got the alignment aid on top, so it's real easy for him to align. And as you know, he's making everything, Sport Bum. He is making everything. How many times did he win this year? 6? I don't know if they won the President's Cup. I didn't watch this weekend. We were playing golf. A golf course here is closing down. So, but yeah, 6 times. He won 6 times, $60 million because of this thing right here. Now, obviously, it's not all because of this thing, but because his putt, he was like one of the worst putters on tour. Everything else was really accurate. But when he got this in the bag, it made such a huge difference for him. I mean, he started making everything from everywhere, and everybody, we all saw it. The Masters, the players, he wins. That's all he knows how to do is win. But we're on the putting green this morning. If you're just joining us and you haven't hit that subscribe button, hit that subscribe button. Follow us. We're going to go live every morning, show you around the shop. Something that's very popular right now, that's kind of making a big return, if you remember, broomstick putters. Broomstick putters. Let's roll some. Let's roll some putts with the broomstick putter. I think everybody should at least try a broomstick putter. They're awesome. Broomstick putters are awesome. Hey, if you're just joining us, let us know where you're watching from. If you have any questions about golf, I'd love to answer you. We're a golf shop in West Texas. We've been in business a really long time. We have 2 fitting studios. We have this giant putting green. The technology we use Foresight Sports. We use 2 Hawk systems. We have quads. Something interesting we did just get is the new Falcon. We have it on our right fitting studio, the new Falcon from Foresight Sports. It's a pretty cool system. If you've never seen it, putting with a broomstick, if there's a certain putter you want to see, or if you got questions about putters, ask away. I'd love to answer. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Ah, we ricocheted. Here's a trickier question. We got a set of P790 coppers. We had the choice between KBS Tour and KBS Tour Lite. Swing speed with the 7-irons, 80, 85. Any suggestions what we should have gone with? Thanks, Mr. Horvat. I am bad at putting. That's why I got so many putters. So swing speed is a great indicator of what you need, but the swing is so dynamic. And what I mean by that is, yes, we could look at swing speed and kind of suggest a shaft, but there's so many more questions, Sport, that we'd have to ask there. You're not being mean, man. I am a bad putter. I have like 100 putters, though. You're not being mean at all. Welcome to the stream. I think for saying that, though, you have to subscribe. So the swing is so dynamic. And what I mean by that is, what's your attack angle? What's your path? Are you toe down, toe up? So there's so many different things that go through there. Where do you release the club at? And the main question I would ask that since we can't really see your swing right now is, do you hit the ball high or do you hit the ball low? Because that's going to really indicate where we're going to go with that shaft. KBS Tour Lite is definitely going to launch the ball a little higher. And paired with the 790 head, here's the big kicker. With the 790 head, the 790 spins a little more than most clubs do. And so KBS Tour Light may make your spin rate get a little too high, and we don't want that. So just rough example, right? Say you hit a 7-iron with a KBS Tour Light in the P790 and it spins 6,500 to 7,000. That's a little high. And what this can cause the ball to do is do a little bit of this motion. It's the ballooning effect. And what does that cause in our golf swing? Well, when the ball balloons, we lose distance. What we want to see is a ball that launches and penetrates, reaches its peak height, and then kind of comes down out of the air at about 40 to 42 degrees, right? That is the optimal fall rate of a golf ball. So if you're swinging 80 to 85 miles an hour and your spin rate's 6,500 to 7,000, then that could be a real big issue. Now, say we put the KBS Tour in there and your spin rate comes down to 5,500 to 6,000, then that is right on point because that ball is going to penetrate and fall at the proper rate. This is exactly what, see, we get this question probably 5-6 times a day. People walk in, hey, I swing 110 miles an hour. Do I need an extra stiff shaft? Well, yes and no. You lost distance and spin increased so much. Did you go with the KBS Tour Light? I bet you bought them stock with KBS Tour Light. They're probably spinning a little too much. What I would suggest is find you a good shop that does great repair work and see if they'll put you a KBS Tour in there, maybe even a Dynamic Gold 105 or 115. That DG is a great shaft to bring the spin rate down and see if you can't gain a little more distance. But we get asked this question so much is, I swing real fast at it. Do I need an extra stiff shaft? Well, yes and no, because the swing is so dynamic. There's so much that you have to look at. Yes, we went light, and I have tour shafts ready in the basement. Do it right now. Do it today. Don't wait. It'll be the best thing you've ever done because bringing that spin rate down on those 790s is probably our #1 selling iron when they are paired with the right shaft. You have to have the right shaft in them. But the swing is so dynamic that you can be swinging really fast and get in the wrong extra stiff shaft, and it can completely destroy what was meant to happen with your swing because it's dynamic. It's not just a static measurement of swing speed. We have to look at attack angle. We have to look at your approach to the golf shot. We have to look at your shot shaping. We have to look at if you're in to out or out to in. Are you steep? Are you shallow? Do you hit up on the ball or down on the ball? Where do you release the club when you're coming to hit the golf shot? There's so many different things that go into a swing that determine shafts. Great question, Sport. Thanks for asking. Hey, we're rolling some putts. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. We go live and we talk about anything you want to ask. We're in West Texas. It is a beautiful 65 degrees this morning. It's cool. It's that time of year where golf's about to get really, really good. The fall is one of my favorite times because the wind is low. It's cool in the morning. It stays pretty cool throughout the day unless you're here and it's 100 degrees. But we're rolling some putts. We got the broomstick. This is an old school broomstick, if you remember these, Scotty Cameron Select, the Big Sur S, center shafted, 48 inches. It seems like a lot of guys on tour are going back to a broomstick putter. Let me know if you've tried a broomstick. I just pushed the crap out of that. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Do you have lab putters? Okay, fun story. We've been trying to get a lab putter account for some years. There's 2 shops here in town that have them, and so we're kind of playing that territory thing where they're already represented out here in West Texas through one of the country clubs and then another local retail shop whom we shall not name, but they are represented out here. So we're technically not allowed to have an account, but we're trying like heck to get an account with lab putters. Now, there is a lab putter I do want because I love broomstick putters. So I got some old ones in my office. You're a BGT guy. Don't worry about the torque with the broomstick putter. Yeah. This is the new AI1. Hey, Sport, have a great day. Thanks for stopping by, man. Thanks for the great questions. Thanks for the subscription, man. We really, really appreciate it. AI1 Cruiser. This is the center shafted number 7, 48 inches broomstick. I love this putter. This is the Scotty Cameron. There is a Lab DF3 that I really want to get in my arsenal. It seems like they're automatic. Adam Scott's, he's not using the DF3, but he is using a Lab broomstick. Who's the other one? Skinnier blonde guy on tour. Zalatoris. Zalatoris is using a Lab putter. There's so many guys that are switching to the broomstick again. And they're just awesome. They really are. You're a BGT guy. So the AI1 Cruiser. Good question. The Cruiser number 7 and the Jailbird Cruiser. The Cruiser is going to be a bigger head. It's the same exact head shape. It's just bigger. And I sold my last Mini on Saturday. We have more on the way, but I did sell my last AI1 Mini. But the only difference is that the AI1 Cruiser, the Jailbird Cruiser, which is what I'm holding here, is a bigger overall head. The Mini is just smaller. Same exact tech in the face, same exact shaft bend unless you get the crank neck. It's just a much smaller head than the Counterbalanced version, which you see right here. Now, these putters have been very, very popular. Keegan Bradley, Ricky Fowler. Who's the one that lost the Players by lipping out the last putt against Scheffler at the Players this year? He played with Scheffler at the President's Cup. Trivia for you. Let me know in the comments who it is. He uses a Counterbalance Cruiser as well. Shoot. My name just went blank. Help me, Michael Clinton. Wyndham Clark. Yeah, thank you. I knew it was coming. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Hallvog. Wyndham Clark uses the Cruiser putters. And if you've never rolled one, at least go to your local shop, go to your local store and roll one with them because they really are amazing. The theory behind it, let me set this broomstick down. The theory behind it is that this is a 38-inch putter, so you would grip it where you normally would. So say you roll with a 35-inch putter, you would grip it right here, right at 35 inches. And what it does is it puts weight above the hands, and then you have a 370-gram head down here, which puts weight down at the bottom, and it really helps stabilize the stroke through impact. It really, really does. Helps keep that face really square through impact. And so the biggest difference is really the AI1 Mini is just smaller. It's not 38 inches. They're 34, 35. It's just a smaller head. Now there are some, if you pay attention to like the tour putters and stuff, there's some really cool minis on tour. They have a new, it's a milled version of the Jailbird. If you haven't seen it, it's on tour only right now. Hopefully they release them in February, the spring. It's the milled, AI milled Jailbird, and it is gray and navy blue. It's not white and navy blue. It's gray here and navy blue here, and then it's got the gold milled face, and it looks absolutely sick. It is so good looking. It looks really good. Any putters y'all want to see? We do carry Adele. If you've never heard of Adele, let me grab some for you. Adele is a fittable putter. He started in the early 2000s in the hill country of Texas around Austin. I can remember a golf course in Round Rock that opened Spider X Double Bend. I am sold out of Spider Double Bend putters. The only one I have that's going to be face balanced is that center shafted putter. David Adele started in Austin, Texas. I remember when Avery Ranch in Round Rock opened in 2000, early 2000. I don't got any Maltby, Jonathan. I don't have any Maltby putters. You can go to golfworks.com and order one. golfworks.com and get you a Maltby. Started in the Hill Country. Avery Ranch was one of the first people to carry his custom putters, and they were so cool. Excuse me. They were really. I've never tried one, so I can't honestly say what's the take on the AI8TS. The AI8TS. Let's see. I'm going to have to look it up, Nolan. That's a great question. Let me finish with Adele real quick. Adele started in Austin. Now they are they're based in Colorado now, fully customizable. We are the #1 Adele putter fitter in North America. We do custom fittings here in the shop for Adele putters. These things are so crazy. You can customize them any neck, any shaft, any head you want, any combination of all of those things you can do with Adele. And I think Michael Clinton, if you're still in the chat, you could probably, do you have an Adele? Maybe you could attest for the people watching that, man, it makes a difference to get fit for a putter. There's so many different options that you can do to get fit for these putters right here. And again, go to Adele.com, look at all the different head options. These are the new Array F series. They got 3 different head shapes, 4 different, if you include the blade, 4 different head shapes and a million different combinations of shaft, grip, length, weight in the shaft, neck, hosel, how it all interacts. Great putters. Okay, the Odyssey AI8 TS. Don't go. I'm going to disappear real quick. I'm going to look it up. I'm going to be right there. Because you got my mind. Odyssey AI8TS. That's the milled putter. And Nolan, that milled putter is phenomenal. Now, it is kind of the answer to the Spider. Got one right here. So this putter from TaylorMade is very similar to the AI8TS. What it does is it gives you, haven't pulled the trigger on the Adele yet. Donnie let me work through a few of them. Was really interested in the double bend answer. There you go. The 8TS gives you toe hang. It is a milled face. This isn't the 8TS, but Nolan, is a milled face. It feels phenomenal. So, instant. If you like Scotty Cameron, if you like the way a milled face feels, they're great for really fast greens. But with the toe hang, what that allows us to do is if you like to use a blade putter, it allows for that slight arc putting stroke. They are meant for a slight arc putting stroke. If you have more of a straight back, straight through, look at the double bend number 7 from Odyssey. It would work great for you. Maybe the Rossi, double bend Rossi would work really well for you. But that number 8TS is their AI milled, and it is phenomenal feeling off the face. And it just works really well if you have that slight arc putting stroke. Insert face. Great question. So this is the insert face. It has a bunch of grooves, and are we paused? Are y'all there? There we are. Sorry, we had a little hiccup. What it's meant to do is put forward roll on the ball. So this insert will get the ball rolling forward. Yeah, Nolan, that double bend Rossi is amazing. I still have a dual force Rossi that I putted with in middle school and high school and in college too. Great putters. But this insert gets the ball rolling forward and is great for distance control. Now, if you go to, let's say, a milled face, which we see here on Scotty Cameron, it's not meant to really get a forward roll. It's meant to be most consistent face wide. So it's going to give you a consistent roll across the face. One of the best filling putters you'll ever putt with is a milled face. And on really fast greens, it's great for distance control. Now, if you're putting some slower greens, the insert in the Odyssey will help with distance control on slower greens. But two different fills. These will feel completely different. This one is going to be a little clicky off the face. This one's going to be a little softer off the face because again, that milled CNC steel milled face is just, it's buttery. It really is. It's really buttery. The best way I know how to describe it is think about hitting a forged iron versus a cast iron. That cast iron is going to be kind of clicky off the face. These milled faces or a forged iron is going to be real buttery soft off the face. Hopefully that helps you, Mr. Horvat. We're just rolling some putts here this morning. You guys got any questions? Let me know in the comments. Hey, big thing, if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Jonathan, yes and no, right? I still have my dual force Rossi, which was one of the original insert. It is the predecessor to the White Hot from Odyssey, and I putt with it every once in a while. It goes back in the bag. That insert is just fine. I've beat and abused that thing, and it's still good. But to go with you, the milled will last you a lifetime. There's nothing you have to worry about on that milled face. The only thing that you could do to hurt that milled face is beat it against a rock and really damage the face, but it's not going to wear out. It's not going to, Jonathan's right, it's not going to get old on you, if you will. Those milled faces are unmatched in feel as well. We're just putting some putts with a broomstick. So that's interesting, Jonathan. I've never had one come out. Now, I have seen some come through the shop where the face had heat warped, which is a very real possibility. If you live in a hotter climate and you leave your clubs in your car, that face can heat warp. That is a very real thing that can happen. If there's a certain putter you want to see, let me know in the comments. I'd love to show you some putters. We have Scotty Cameron, we have Odyssey, we have TaylorMade, we have Even Roll. Even Roll is a company that bought Garen Rife, the old Rife putter company. We have some Ping putters. A lot of cool stuff coming too. This is the Odyssey Cruiser, center shafted, 48 inches. Awesome putters. If you've got any questions, let me know in the comments. We're just rolling some putts this morning. You have any questions about golf or golf retail or the shop? Ask away. Happy to answer. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Roll some putts back towards you. There's a hole right under the camera. Kind of pulled that one. Oh, we made one. Let's go. Two in a row. It's two in a row. Good morning. If you're just joining us, welcome to the shop. Welcome to the shop. Welcome to the shop. This is Golf Headquarters. We're in West Texas. We are a golf retailer, been in business a long time. We've been in Midland, Texas a very long time. I'm just rolling some putts this morning. We're about to open the shop. We'll go a few more minutes. I'm rolling some putts with a broomstick. There's a certain putter you want to see, let me know. Fall in. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the shop. Rolling some putts. Burn the lip. Great question, Michael. So we've been talking about that. Our issue right now, in all reality, is how much space we have. So, we have the 2 fitting studios. We have the putting green. It'd probably be worth it because we do so many putter fittings a year that to have a Quintic or a Putt View system I think it's an added benefit. We just gotta rally the troops, man, and get Jared on board with it. I think we've been talking, like even Donnie's been advocating for it for a while, just because, Donnie does the Adele fittings. So I think it would be an added benefit to get one of those in the shop and see what it could do. Because, that putter view system is, man, you get to see, there's so many numbers that you can see. And I think for somebody who takes the game seriously, it could be really a benefit. But I also see where there could be too much information because there's a lot. There's a lot that you can find out about your putting stroke. Hey! We're going to go a few more minutes. I'm just rolling some putts. If there's a certain putter you want to see, we got some cool stuff. Let me show you one last one. We have a limited release Bettinardi with certificate of authentication. This is the BB1 MS. This is a Newport head. It does have the line. Very, very, if you've ever putted with a Bettinardi, they're amazing. But this does have an insert, a milled insert. So it does allow the face, how do I say this? It's kind of like a hybrid between an insert and a milled putter. You get the benefit of the filling of a milled, but you get the consistency of the insert putter. Again, limited release, Bettinardi, crank neck. This has about 20 to 25 degrees of toe hang. It does have the leather stitch grip. It's got a leather stitch grip. It is for sale with the certificate of authenticity. You might want to get it. It feels phenomenal. It feels phenomenal. Any more questions? Any more putters you guys want to see? If not, we're going to get busy and get the shop open for patrons to come in. Got some fittings this morning. Happy to answer any more questions you may have, though, before we close it down and get the doors open for this beautiful Monday. Hey, last thing, if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Love for you to join us on this journey. We are a newer channel, but we are posting. We have a podcast every Friday night, 9 p.m. that goes live. We got club review videos on the channel. We got goofy videos on the channel. We got people getting hit in the head with a driver on the channel. We got drivers breaking on the channel. We got all kinds of fun stuff. But if you got any questions, leave them real quick. And if not, we're going to get busy with the shop this morning. And if you haven't hit subscribe, hit that subscribe button, man. We'd love to have you a part of the family out here in West Texas. Way out here in West Texas. Way out west. All right, guys. Well, have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow morning. We're going to be live on Facebook tomorrow morning again. Michael, thanks for the kind comment, man. Hopefully we get to see you this week. Stop by and say hi. You guys have an excellent Monday. Just go out and dominate this week. Have a great week. Hope you shoot your lowest scores. Hope you putt lights out. And we will see you tomorrow morning live right here on Facebook. Tomorrow morning right here live on Facebook. Love you.